this is what it was like to review Harry Potter with you guys.
Yes.
You in the middle.
It gets very sexy back here.
We're actually gonna try to make this speedy so the other boys can talk about the Smurfs.
I can hear them cussing that movie out.
I can hear them in the back. I got a text.
Jesus Christ.
I got a text about in the final 15 minutes of Cowboys and Aliens. I get a text. I start laughing because I know what it is.
Yeah, I wonder what was going on. I saw you like checking your phone, just bust up.
That's what it was. I got a text from Jake. 4 words. I fucking hate you.
Oh, come on. It's not like he missed out on one of the best movies of the fucking summer.
I didn't have the heart to... I get out of this... I said to Jake, I was like, I don't have the heart to tell you how Cowboys and Aliens was, honestly, best movie I've seen all summer.
Yeah, it was fucking amazing.
Yeah, this movie is a great, great movie. Like, I'm just going to go ahead and say this will probably be the best movie of the summer. What do we got in August? Apes, Conan, Glee 3D. I'm going to go ahead and say Cowboys and Aliens is the best movie of the summer.
Yeah. I mean, it honestly, it has a lot of charm to it. It has a lot of depth. Honestly, it almost sort of reminded me of, we're going to mention it again here. It almost sort of reminded me of what they wanted to do with Priest, but just couldn't pull off.
Not only Priest, but, I mean, how many really bad Western sci-fi movies have we seen over the years?
The few.
Wild Wild West.
Oh, geez.
Jonah Hex had elements of fantasy in it. This movie more than makes up for that. This movie could be mediocre and be like, well, it's better than those.
And I love how everyone just kind of rolls with the fact that there's like aliens all of a sudden. Like
they don't really say aliens in the movie either.
They don't even know what the hell they are.
They call them demons. That's awesome.
Yeah, like, considering it's a movie called Cowboys versus Aliens, they were actually really pretty understated about the whole thing.
Uh-huh.
You know?
Yeah, Harrison Ford was like, what the fuck was that? Round up a posse.
Where's my boy?
Just wants his family back.
I want my family back.
He is terrible.
Percy.
He is terrible about keeping a hold of his family.
Because, like, in the opening scenes when it was Harrison Ford, I was like, maybe this is a bad casting choice. But he really sold me on it by the end of the movie.
He was honestly... he sold on me the first time he showed up in the thing. Because this movie sells itself really right in that when you break it down, the trailers for this movie only show, like, probably the first 20 minutes of this movie.
Yeah. I mean, at first, like, when Harrison Ford first shows up, he almost seems kind of.
I thought he was intimidating as shit.
I mean, he's very intimidating, but almost in like an overdoing it kind of way. Like they tried so hard to make him intimidating and kind of evil seeming.
I didn't
first.
really.
It seems more just in the opening scene, more like a generic villain than like a cowboy villain. But like the scruffier and angrier he got, the more he kind of came into his own.
I just got another text. Hang on. God, I hate you. No, when it first show him, I thought he was, because at first show him, he's doing the really raspy voice. He isn't really overdoing his lines. He's talking very low, quiet, gravelly. He really sold it for me.
I mean, just sort of, I guess kind of like the situation, like, having the guy, like, strung up like that.
It's because he didn't have a semi-truck to tie him to.
There were no convenient train tracks to tie him down on.
But no, speaking of the guy that was tied to the two horses, I thought that was another thing that did really well in this movie, because it was PG-13, wasn't it?
This movie, if this was an independent film, this would be R in a heartbeat.
Well, because I noticed a lot of
violent as hell.
Yeah.
I noticed a lot of the stuff they did. They weren't actually showing it, but you had like when he was like punching that guy in the face to death
in the beginning.
They didn't show it, but like the way he was selling it and like the crunching noises, you knew exactly what was going on.
But they also did show blood splattering all over him, and the aliens getting their faces blown open and shit. Holy crap! This is a pretty dark movie. It's awesome.
I'm probably gonna have just from that fucking autopsy scene.
Good
that
God.
Woman.
Yeah.
Oh my! Just like they were like pulling her organs out of her, and she was kind of like twitching on the table. That was fucking terrifying.
Well, and also in that, what I was saying earlier about the fact that the trailers only show like the first 20 minutes of the movie, like they're talking at the beginning of it about like the dollar hide figure. And I didn't realize they were talking about Harrison Ford until it showed him, because the trailers kind of make it look like
it looked like he was the marshal, because I kept talking that the marshal was coming. I figured that's who we were
talking about. And then when you see the
about.
dollar, like, oh shit, Harrison Ford's a bad guy.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, at first when he really comes out, like it's almost they're portraying him like the villain.
Yeah.
Like I kept waiting for him, like half the movie, I kept waiting for them to like double cross everybody.
Yeah,
like sell them out or something.
And the movie is very unpredictable.
Yeah,
People die in this movie. People who you like really like die in this fucking movie.
Well, because like usually they'll do in a movie where like they set up a little scene to make you like a person and they kill them off. They do that in like the span of 5 seconds. This movie, it's like, oh, I like that. Oh, he's dead.
Yeah.
Oh, no, he's dead too.
You killed them all.
The movie made me kill them all because it did that really well. I thought, they just like.
Yeah, I mean, everybody came across as really likable.
Yeah,
and if they weren't immediately likable, it's because they weren't like the son Percy.
Yeah,
like he was supposed to be kind of a twat.
Yeah,
and he was.
Yeah, and he did a great job at it.
He had a reason to be a twat too. Because his dad was in charge of the whole town and really had shit all to do. So of course he's going to become a layabout.
Although at first, when they first mentioned him, I thought they just had like I thought it was just like a nickname, and they're like, it's like, what the hell is that? Oh, it's the Dollarhide Kid. It's a really shitty nickname. Like, oh, his name is Percy Dollarhide.
That Van Winkle kid.
And somebody who I think is one of the unsung heroes of the movie was fucking Sam Rockwell.
Yeah, and
holy shit,
it went along with the trademark that Sam Rockwell dances in every movie. We were scared.
I was worried.
Yeah,
like the last minute of the movie, it's like, oh, and everybody dance.
like oh, thank God, yes.
Mission accomplished, movie. Mission accomplished.
And the more as the movie goes on too, the more human you see characters like Harrison Ford's character, who starts out very dark. I mean, not that the two are the same, but like how their characters evolve over the movie. Harrison Ford, like, I would compare to like the style of like a Seth Gecko type character.
Very much so.
They're definitely not a good guy, but as the movie goes on, you see he is a human, he is a person. He's got some really dramatic shit in this movie.
Yeah.
It's in terms of Harrison Ford movies, this is one of his best roles since like The Fugitive.
Yeah, because it was unlike Crystal Skull. It was his role was very dramatic.
Yeah,
it was actually like actiony. Like they didn't treat him like he's an old man. Like they're like, go out there, kick some ass. You're fucking Harrison Ford, man. Be Harrison Ford.
They have your son.
But like there was some scenes too where it was like him and Daniel Craig just trying to like out flinty
that was
each
awesome.
other. It was fantastic. Yeah. They were like in a dead heat.
Like even my boner was badass.
Oh, those chaps. They were not doing his crotch any favors. They were doing his ass plenty of favors, but his crotch is just kind of this.
Yeah. Ladies, if you want to see Daniel Craig's ass looking.
He did a solid American accent in this.
He did, too.
He sounded more American than I do.
Right, yeah.
Like, are we sure he's British?
Yeah, he was like, I really didn't notice any time where it was like, oh, there's the accent.
Yeah, like any like word like he was catching on.
Yeah, like Rod, you want a French fry? You know,
it's like, oh yeah, French fries, that's what we call them. Way to go, Mel. Way to give a shit.
Oh, there's that train.
In this movie, I was kind of expected to be like, here's some cowboys, here's some aliens, let's watch them duke it out.
Yeah.
Which would have been an interesting premise, but kind of just more like a popcorn thing. This seemed to me more like, take your quintessential cowboy movie with, the bad cattle rustler and the lone stranger wandering into town, interrupted by aliens. What would happen in that situation?
That's the thing too, because even before the aliens pop up, it's a solid Western.
It is.
You're invested.
Yeah.
To go back to Dusk Till Dawn again, like, you're invested before the vampires pop up in that movie. In this one, before the aliens pop up in it, the whole movie is awesome, but you're invested in all these characters throughout the entire movie. It isn't a situation where, like, oh, we're the fucking aliens. No, like, and also, part of that, too, is the special effects in the movie. It's a lot of animatronics. It's a lot of practical effects that just kick the ass of modern day fucking CGI cartoonish shit.
Oh,
to compare
fucking hell, yeah.
to compare the scene where the aliens first strike to, and this is a movie that I really, really liked, to the train crash in Super 8. Now, Super 8 was a fine movie. It was a really damn good movie. But that train crash in it was a fucking cartoon. It was a fucking cartoon. In this one, it's shit blowing up. And it's suspenseful because you're seeing people running around with shit blowing up around them.
Or in the case of Daniel Craig, walking fucking stoically through the streets while the world is exploding around him. My God, that man's a badass.
And the aliens, too, are intimidating as fuck.
They are, with one caveat, and that is the tiny little T-Rex arms.
I liked that, because it does it creepily. It isn't like really tiny arms. Like, they protrude out of their stomach.
Yeah, and they're all like kind of like
it's giving C-section to tiny arms. That's creepy.
Yeah, well, because like it creeped me out when they were like grabbing at that little kid. Yeah. But like the first time poor little airbender,
little pedo arms.
He did okay in this movie.
He tried.
He did. But anyway, like the very first time they show it, it's like this huge fucking rock monster like cracking open his carapace, and you expect there's something like hideous inside. No, tiny little T-Rex arms.
I liked it. I liked the tiny little arms. I did like the tiny little, and also that fucking one Scarface at the end of it.
Oh yeah,
he's like, Jesus Christ,
remember me?
Oh my fucking God.
Yeah, I like that they're aliens that carry a fucking grudge.
Yeah,
like that one alien was looking around like, fucker will be back. I fucking know he'll be back.
That giant fucking probe that he had in his, that light probe that he had in his hand, he shines it up on his face. Remember me, motherfucker? Holy shit.
Finish what we started.
Yeah. Oh God, yeah. I can't recommend this movie enough. Like, I went into it expecting it to be pretty good, but it even exceeded my expectations. Like, it's the best movie I've seen all summer. By fucking far.
Yeah, because kind of like Sarah was saying, like, yeah, I was kind of expecting just like a kind of popcorn movie, like it's like, oh man, it's Daniel Craig, it's it's Harrison Ford, that'll be badass.
Yeah,
but I mean, it was just fucking amazing. Like,
it's a great western. It's oh my fucking God, we're talking about how good our movie was.
You guys!
Oh my God!
To fucking hell!
So good. Oh,
it's so good. Like,
good.
honestly, best movie I've seen all summer.
Oh, you're fucked.
Well, on that note, we should probably get the boys in here.
Yeah,
to talk about Smurfs.
That's it.
No words can adequately describe. Just watch the movie. If you like anything that's good and decent in this world, watch this movie.
If you like good movies, you'll love this movie. If you're a cynical bastard, you probably won't like it.
I don't know. This could convert.
True.
This could convert.
All right, we're gonna get them in here and talk about Smurfs.
Get ready for some angry shit.
Yeah. See ya.